Hey YouTube, how you doing today? I just wanted to show you what I'm doing today. I finally got everything moved to the back room. I checked the weather and it's gonna be decent. I think the lowest is gonna get in the 40s for now on. And this room will stay around in the 50s. If it usually stays about 10 above whatever it is outside. Um, so today I'll show you what I've got going on in here and how I've got it moved and how I've got it set up. I actually have an actual table to work with now, so that's really great. I'm really excited about that. And I've already got it filled up. I've got new lamps coming in today, new lights, and they're not supposed to be here till later in the day, but I want to get those hooked up hopefully this evening. So um, let's get going. So as you can see, I've got a lot more space in here than to work with and everything than in the front room. This is actually my sewing craft room. All my sewing's over in the corner and everything. But then I had this whole table here that I wanted to work with. And you see that goes almost all the way to the ceiling as it sits on the table. Um, and I think that this is going to be really good because it's going to have more room in here, more room to grow, and I'm really pleased with that. First things first, I've got can't even remember what the ears are called. This is from an avocado. It's the pit. That's what let's say. And I don't know if you can see, but you got those little cracks in there. And I've done this before, and when I moved cross country, I left my little tree that I had growing with my daughter and my oldest daughter, and she doesn't really have as green a thumb as her sister does, and it ended up dying. She's more of the artist type, so not the plant type. So basically all you do is you just take this and you want to put this a little bit of dirt just like that. Leave the top part out, and what it'll do is it will start rooting from the bottom, and it'll split. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here, not a lot, but a little bit. It'll split eventually, and the tree will start coming out of the top. And then we'll stick this back in here with the rest of it. Okay, so here I've got my little tray set out. I have a few things popping up over here. Those were the tomato there. I already got the tomato out, so I'm gonna remove that. What I got popping up over here, these are bell peppers. These are the bell peppers. And then this is lavender, which has not popped up yet. Mint, rosemary. The mint goes to here. I think there's one little mint popping up right there. This is rosemary. And these are all my pepperoncinis here. All of this. You can actually see there's still a couple of seeds in here that didn't even germinate. Like there's one popping up that's actually still in the seed over here. But these are starting to touch the lid, so I want to go ahead and get those moved into my little red cups, like my jalapenos and my tomatoes up there. And so we're going to work on that today. And just like before, I'll put my holes in the bottom of the cup. Right there, you can see 3 little holes. And I put them in from the outside in so that it drains. And I feel like if I push it from the inside out, if I push it from the outside, then these little pieces that are sticking up might block the water flow. So I'll continue with this. Okay, so I got my cups all set up and everything. Now all I need to do is start putting some dirt in them. And getting them situated. Getting the other plants transferred over, and I got them setting to the side right here. I don't want to water anything too much because these things are still just a little bit saturated from when I was using the mosquito bits trying to get rid of the fungus gnats. And for the most part so far it's working. I mean, there are still a few that are hanging around, but eventually, you know, their eggs are going to die, and then they're going to die. So that's the plan. I got 10 peppercini plants, so I've got 10 cups here ready. And these all filled up with dirt. Just like that. Right there. So far, it seems like the main things that are growing really good are my tomatoes, my jalapenos, pepperoncinis, and the cilantro. So that's just like begging to be salsa right there. I like my salsa. I like it. Sometimes it depends on what I'm in the mood for, but I do like it fresh. Way better than from a jar. Sometimes I like it a little hot. Sometimes I mostly like it wild. But my husband, he likes it hot. Hot. So he will be having his own special little salsa. A little more in there. And another thing too, there's no carpeting back here, so if I spill a little dirt, I'm not having to clean up a big mess afterwards. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little space in here because we're gonna probably have to add more dirt in a little bit. I'm gonna just sit that down in there, just like that. I bring this back so you can see a little better. All right, make some space in there. And just set that down in there. And one at a time, I'm going to put them in the red cup. And honestly, I need to make sure that I remember to label these before putting them on the rack, so I know what they are. I've got everything else is labeled, so, but if I decide to add anything else later on and this isn't labeled and I forget to label that, then probably won't be knowing what we have until things start sprouting. There we go. Put another one in there. Kind of just, I don't know, make the hole just a little bit deeper. There we go. Just like that. This has got just I feel like a little bit too much. So what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of that and stick that on the top there. There we go. Fit another one in there. Put it in the red cup. What's your favorite things to plant? I know I have others, but for indoor gardening, it just isn't ideal because there's no space, and I haven't really figured out how to grow some watermelon and cucumbers indoors yet. Those are some of my favorites. Love cucumbers. I like making my own pickles, which is one of the reasons why I got the dill. My husband loves pickles, so I do feel that I probably need to get more oregano. I don't know what it is with me in these spices, but every time I go to the store meaning to pick up oregano seeds, I end up picking up basil seeds. I've got, I don't know how many packs of basil now. Way more than what I need. And I only have 2 small sprouts of the oregano coming up. So I'd like to have more than that. Because if all these tomatoes really start taking off, then I also plan on canning my own tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce especially. I haven't made that in years. But homemade is always the best. It's just the flavors are just so much better than what you can get in the store. Alrighty, here we go. And then I'm gonna just sprinkle a little dirt on some of these. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little dirt right there on top, just to kind of cover it a little. Because some of these are really exposed. There's that. This one's definitely exposed. There we go. One of the things that's allowed me to make so many videos in the past few days is I am on vacation right now. Been on vacation for 2 weeks now. I go back to work this weekend. Can't say I'm really looking forward to it, because who doesn't like to live on vacation? But you know, it is what it is. Got to pay the bills, so. And there we go. I don't want to make that too tight because there was a little tiny seedling popping up, and I don't want it to have anything in its way there blocking it. So there we go, and this should be the last one. And I'm hoping that these don't get too leggy. I was hoping I gave them enough space in there to move around. There we are. And then here we go. Here's the water. And I don't want to oversaturate it. I just want to give it just a little bit to help it settle. Because like I said, these little pods are actually pretty wet from the mosquito bits water. I just got a little bit of warm water out of the tap for this here. There we go. Just a little bit to help it settle. There we are. And one more. All right, there we go. We're all set. Let me see what else I want to do here. Oh, I still need to label these yet. So we're going to put Pepsi on there. Pepsi. For peppercini. There we go. We're just going to make sure all of them are marked. Now I'm thinking about, I got these heat mats up here. I'm thinking about grabbing a couple more of those, especially since I'm back here in this back room. Because like what I said, it'll probably only at the most get down to about 50 in this room. Those heat mats keep it warmer. These put off, I think it says on here, 10 to 20 degrees above the grow room. And this inside here with this close, it just stays really, really warm. So I think that would help, especially because I don't have anything on the bottom shelf down here. All right, here we go, one more. And then the big containers that I have with the spinach, which the spinach is getting really tall. It's getting really tall. And the lettuce that I planted yesterday, I have the lettuce covered right now with cellophane to kind of keep that all in there. Then we're just gonna stick all these little cups down here on the bottom. I don't think I can fit them all in here. It's the thing about this, one of these things, it's a little wobbly. There we go. And then I'm gonna put the last ones up here with the jalapeno, which, considering they're similar, it's a good idea to, another reason to label it. Here we are. Okay. There you go. You can see I've got all of this up here. I got those down there. And then I got more up here. Got my tomatoes on the top shelf here. And then I put the dill that I planted yesterday up here. And I wanted to keep this warm. This is my basil. I told you I've got quite a bit of basil coming up. And I still only have the 2 little tiny oreganos in there that you can barely see. Oh, I think I see a third one down there. What? Look at that. They're peeping. They are peeping. And that's all I got for you today. Thanks for coming along with me on this, and I hope you like the new room, and hoping it works out really well, especially with all the space. I'm really happy with all the space. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again.